Hi y'all, I'm Cayman, and probably none of you are going to click this video, and that's okay. I mostly built this for myself. Every year I like to do a little Star Wars month every May, because I love Star Wars, and May 4th, you know. So basically what this is an apartment building using pretty much exclusively Star Wars Journey to Batuu items, which is why I know nobody's gonna click this. I do end up using University and For Rent. I use the For Rent mailbox and windows and a trash chute from Discover University, so it's just basically base game, Batuu, Discover University, and For Rent. If y'all have those packs, it won't run and nothing will be deleted. If you don't have those packs, it's fine. But if you don't have Journey to Batuu, you can't use this apartment because it is basically just Journey Batuu. Anyway, this is going to be the house for the Let's Play I'm going to do this year. With my self sim. I usually use my self sim. I might use a different sim. I haven't decided. I do change the lot type for like 5 seconds, and then I decided that was a bad idea, so I changed it back. During the process of building this, I did it all in one day, but I did start and stop a few times. I got sick while building this. I didn't get sick from building this. I think I ate a salad that was off, and once I threw it up, I felt better. So yay. Probably a little TMI for everybody, but nobody's gonna watch this, so what's the matter? I ended up moving one of the bamboos. I kind of have a little bit of a spiral staircase going on. I actually kind of like it, how that turned out. It is only 4 apartments, because I didn't feel like doing any more and squeezing anything into those spaces. So I was like, you know what, it's only gonna be 4 apartments. The first apartment, which is the only one that is actually like furnished, is actually a 2-bedroom that can fit like 4 Sims. I did test it. Everything works, except I didn't test the dining room table. That was about the only thing I did not test, mainly because my sim just decided not to use the table. So I don't know if the table works, mainly because I used like the booth seating, because I really like the booth seating. So I don't know if that works, but hopefully it does. Unfortunately, there is no trash chute in the base game, so I had to use Discover University, which y'all saw just now. It is midnight. Yeah, I might change that window. I did upload this to the gallery if anybody wants it. It is called Batuu Apps Unfinished, mainly because, well, it's unfinished. 3 of the 4 apartments aren't furnished. There is some stuff I want to put in, but that requires other packs. I'm trying to think of what else to talk about, because as you can see, I kind of talked about all I wanted to talk about, other than what's going into the build. There's only like 2 doors that come with Batuu, and I only used like 1 of them, and that's in the basement. Mainly because they don't read apartment doors. I don't know, I might change it. As I said, it's unfinished, but if you want to download it on the gallery, it's up on there. As I said, it's called Batuu Apps. I probably shouldn't have built another apartment building right next to it. But I did want the really small lot. So that's why that apartment building is right there. Because I also built that on a pretty small lot. But, oh, my iPad finished updating. So many updates today. Yeah, I was trying to put in my passcode. So many updates today. My phone and watch updated the other day. My Switch and Switch Lite updated today, which I don't like that update. They did the whole game card, virtual game card thing. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Because before I was able to like seamlessly, like, let's say I want to play Animal Crossing. I have it on both of my systems. All I had to do was like see if I had the license to play it, and then poof, I'm playing it. Now it's like, oh, you were playing it last on this system, now let's put the card on this system, the virtual card, and so you can play it on this system. I'm like, what was wrong with the old way of doing it? But, I don't get it. I don't get it one bit. So, that is what's going on with Nintendo, I guess. Is they're being kind of silly. Like, who asked for the virtual game cards? Not me. That's for sure. At first, I thought they were pretty cool, because you could, like, use them to, I'm having a brain fart. Right. Say you have a game and you don't want it on your system at the moment, you can just like eject the virtual game card and it would like save space on your SD card. But apparently that's not how that works. Like, it still takes up space. Which is kind of stupid, to be honest. But, yeah. Yeah, I know that's actually like a bench, but I figured it'd be cool decoration on top of the roof. As I said, this build is not complete. I want to add a lot of plants. But, yeah, I want to add a bunch of plants. But, there's not many plants that come in base game or in Journey to Batuu. And as I said, I wanted to limit the packs that I use at first. During the Let's Play, I will probably add more packs because I own all of the packs other than the kits that have just been announced. I will probably be getting those kits. I'll have to check my bank account. Mainly because old people need more clothes that is age appropriate. And I'm always down for kitchen clutter, and I also think the restoration kit looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, here's where I started after getting sick. I do finish in one session. I started it in one session, stopped, started, stopped, and this is where I finish it. This is the session where I sit down and finish it because I'm like, I need to finish this today because I want it for tomorrow. This is gonna be up at noon. I just know that's when I'm gonna schedule it. That's why I had to have it done now. Here's my tester Sam. I just decided to dress her up a little bit though. So that's what I'm doing in Create a Sim. Alright, I might record the second video, or the video for the second, tomorrow on the 1st, because I am yawning like crazy. Of course, it didn't help that I got sick, But I'm better now. Probably gonna eat a little bit before I go to bed, because I did fix some pizza earlier and I didn't eat it. Because as I said, I threw up the salad. And also, sadly, some strawberries that came from my Nana's garden. I'm sorry, Nana, but I threw them up. I didn't mean to. I didn't want to. I took some medicine so I wouldn't throw up. But I threw up anyway. I'm sorry, Nana. She lovingly picked them, though. I was standing right there when she was picking them. I was actually helping her look for strawberries. But the sad part is, I couldn't eat them. Well, I did eat them, thinking I could hold them down. But I'm better now. I ate some veggie straws, and I'm a whole lot better. No, I'm not a vegetarian. If anybody wants to know, I am an omnivore. I just tend to eat more vegetables than I do meat. But I love meat. I had some chicken yesterday. It was really good. I had I put the Chick-fil-A sriracha on the chicken, and I also have this butter garlic seasoning from Walmart. It's part of their Better Goods line. Oh man, it was so good. I take the chicken, I place it on a baking dish, whatever you want to call it. Sriracha, the butter garlic, and of course I added a little bit of water because I didn't want the chicken drying out, and delicious. It was so good. And then my dad came home, and he doesn't like spicy stuff, but he was hungry, so I ended up making him butter garlic cod, which I basically did the same process as my chicken, and he really loved it. So I mean, his plate was clean other than the one bone he found. The funny thing is, I don't eat fish, and I have never bought fish before. So when some cod showed up at my house, I was super confused, because I was like, where did this cod come from? It was like a frozen bag of cod, 2 pounds. I'm like, who ordered this? Because I usually get my groceries delivered, and I'm like, this wasn't on my order. In fact, I got a bunch of meat from an order. I was like, where did all this come from? It turns out, I guess the driver made a mistake or something, or maybe there was a system glitch. I don't know. Either way, I got like 2 pounds of chicken. It was chicken thighs. I cooked them up pretty good. That turned out really good. A link of sausage, turkey sausage, some hamburgers, and the cod. I was like, what? And also had 2 packages of mushrooms. Dad and I don't eat mushrooms, so I just tossed those. I didn't feel like going through the process of like returning and stuff, so I was like, you know what, screw this. I don't know what that little sun symbol means, but I thought it was pretty cool. The bedrooms, I kind of tried to do like a order versus the resistance kind of thing. There's red and blue everywhere. Because I thought that would be cute and funny. Oh, I don't have a blue chair. I should have put in a blue chair. Oh well. I do have plants. As I said, I want to add more plants, but the limited packs I was using has like hardly any plants. I think she can sit at the booth, but I'm not entirely sure. If that's not usable, then I guess it's just decoration. I wanted to like have like a little bit of an angle right there, but apparently you can't do that. So I just did that, and you know what? I kind of like it. I love that little guy. I don't know what he does, but He's cute. I've always wondered what he does in Star Wars. Whichever film he pops up in. I think he pops up in a couple. I need to rewatch all of them. I think of the main franchise, the main 9, I haven't seen number 9. I think I know I've seen 1 through 3 and 4 through 6 multiple times. But, of the Rey, Finn, that crowd, I've only seen, I think, like 2 of them. I know, how can I call myself a Star Wars fan? Also need to catch up on Clone Wars, Bad Batch, everything else. Like, the category for Star Wars on Disney Plus is monumental. I just need to sit down with, like, my iPad, I guess, while I'm, like, building or something in The Sims, or doing something else, maybe, like, playing Animal Crossing or Disney Dreamlight Valley, and just have Star Wars going on my iPad so I can watch it while doing the other stuff. Or I could be watching it on my TV. I have a pretty decent TV. But my point is, I just need to catch up. How can I call myself a Star Wars fan if I'm not all caught up? My dad actually picks on me about that. But yeah, I've loved Star Wars ever since I was a little kid. My first fan fiction was for Star Wars. I will never publish it ever. Like to AO3 or anything. Or fanfiction.net, because it is god-awful. I was such a 5-year-old writing all that. I have the journals that I wrote it in. Well, it's a journal. But yeah, it is just utter garbage, and I read it back a couple years ago, and I'm like, what the heck was I thinking? This is garbage. But, that's, I guess, growth. Because, it shows you're at a different place than where you were previously, and now you know that how to make it better. Like, for example, my writing, I think that my fanfic for Star Wars is garbage, because I'm older now, and I know better. I mean, I still love Star Wars. I still kind of want to write a fanfic for Star Wars, but maybe not like how I was telling it before. Oh yeah, the sabacc table does not stay there. I love the little trick of taking the light you want and then putting the little saucer light inside of it so you get more light. Because the lights in this game and 3, are so flipping dim. Like, why are all the lights so dim? And then you use move objects and put the saucer light under it, and it's like, poof. Normal lighting. I mean, you still get this warm light from the light, but the saucer light just adds more oomph to where you can actually see what you're doing, you know? So yeah, I like hiding saucer lights in the lights that I like to use. Such as these little UFO looking guys. I don't know if I like the window placements for... Well, I don't mind the bedroom. It's just the rest of it. I'm not sure I like... I discovered this guy and I had to use him. And I was like, you're funny looking. I'm gonna use you. And that thing looks like a call box, so that's on the side. It kind of looks more like a mailbox, honestly, but, you know. At first, this was going to be a office, but then I turned it into a second bedroom. This goes downstairs. as well as the bar. Oh, I should have used the rounded bar. I like the rounded bar. As you can see, I am out of plants. I do like that light, but it's just way too big. Okay, yeah, I am redoing that with the rounded bar. Mainly because it is so much cooler. Who doesn't like a rounded bar? And of course, you can't place a box by yourself. And the vending machines do work. For some odd reason, she didn't eat the yogurt melts. Yeah, I'm looking back at the footage, and she's not eating the yogurt melts, and when I pulled them out of the inventory so she could eat them, they weren't on the plate, so she couldn't eat them, so that was weird. The vending machines are actually base game, which is kind of cool. I did let her introduce herself to whatever Caliente sister that is. Nina, Dino, whoever she is. Of course, I wanted that room to be a little bit darker, so I didn't add the little saucer lights. And that's going to be the gym / all-purpose area. I did want to add like laundry machines and oops, my computer went to sleep on me. Well, not sleep, but screensaver. But yeah, I wanted that room to be a little bit dimmer because that's the sabacc area, like the little bar kind of thing. I definitely want more activities in the all-purpose area. I might make the room bigger again, but at the moment it's kind of small. As you will see in a minute, I shortened the area. There you go. I might add on to it. Yeah, I wanted like a little all-purpose area for the residents of the building to come in and do whatever. I will probably fix up the rest of the apartments during the Let's Play and rent them out. But yeah, this is like a little hangout space, a little all-purpose area. This is the little gambling bar area. A little seedy area. I like it. I was gonna add a game pad, whatever you call them, but I was like, no, they're just gonna use that nonstop. And here I am trying to figure out what else to put in. Looking around, I'm like, what else could I put in? I think here is when I decide to make the office into a bedroom. Yeah. And of course, I wanted to make sure my sim could, and your sims could, get to the other side of the bed, so I just moved the computer a little bit, as well as the desk. I love the little desk, but I wish we had a bigger one too. But it is a game pack and not an expansion pack, so you don't get as much. And of course, you gotta have the child. I need to see The Mandalorian. As I said, I need to catch up. And then I discovered that thing has a slot that you can put stuff on. So I was like, I wonder what can fit there. And for some odd reason, the 9 key wouldn't work at some point. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I hit 9 and then by itself, and then I tried using shift. It just did not want to work. Wonder if it's because I have the num lock on. But then I turned it off and it didn't do anything. Oh yeah, I added the little welcome rug. When did I put in the beds? Oh, I guess it was after the windows. See, the building right beside gets on my nerves. I'm trying to see what I'm doing and I just can't. Yeah, this building has plenty of windows. See, I'm even adding more. Why is the feed so jumpy? Is it jumpy for y'all, or is it just me? Ooh, more windows. I might add even more windows, I'm not entirely sure. As I said, this building is unfinished, but if y'all want it in its unfinished state, y'all can go ahead and download it. As I said, it's called Batuu Apps Unfinished. It's literally Batuu Apps dash Unfinished. Oh, here's when I put the beds in. I decided to match the twin beds to the main bed, so here I am just testing them, putting her back in a little outfit, and that's basically all I have at the moment. So here I am just checking everything out. If y'all have any thoughts or suggestions, let me know, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!